Greetings, fellow tailors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Survival Fountain of Youth. Episode 13, working on a leather set. What I want to do is offer you guys the chance to vote on what I work on next. And I gotta fix that poll, don't I? I'm really bad at that. There we go. So vote on what I do next. So to explain, the top option, improving gear, would probably be trying to get more leather, to tan more leather, so that I can make a full leather set of armor, rather than to wear these like leaf pieces of clothing. In terms of improving the base, I would try to figure out what would be reasonable to upgrade in and around the base. Probably would be the improved carpentry bench, because I think that's going to open up a lot of options for me. So that would be what I would go with there. Exploring. I'm not really sure if there's anything reasonable to explore. I mean, I could start mapping out the new region, but I have all of Copper Island marked up. I don't have Windy or Red marked up, so we could go back to Windy or Red to mark them up, but that's up to you. Or work on a mission. So in terms of the missions, I have Copper Ore to repair the Sextant, which is drawing a map of the nearby islands with the Sextant to try to figure out where the main story's character went. Or to try to get Halimania and Hydrilla Seaweed and Purple Coral. That's another side mission. Or, alternatively, work on the Survivor goals. So, there's a few outstanding ones. There's making a sleeping bag, making copper saw, make a leather backpack, which would be a little weird because I already have one, make medical, etc., etc. So this stuff would award me survival points, which allows me to level up. So, have you guys decide on that. I think in the meantime, I would like to read some of the more important books. So, I might actually bother to read all of them, just because they're really powerful, and it'd be really nice for me to have access to that stuff. But, yeah, once you're done voting, I'll start working on whatever you end up voting on. Well, let's go ahead and cook some short-eared dog before the things decay. And I have a lot of raw meat. Actually, I don't even need to take it out of these boxes, either. One thing I don't have in this base is, like, any decent organization. Sticks and stones and things, they're everywhere. Quite honestly, I don't even know where half the stuff... Oh, here we are. Small sticks. There we go. Alright. So, 5 pieces of roasted meat. I leveled up my cooking, that's cool. And then 2 short-eared dogs. Okay, it looks like you guys want me to improve my gear. And that probably means hunting for additional leather. Seeing what time it is in game. Whoa, I am bouncing everywhere here. I think what I'm going to do is hunt now and then read books with coffee later. Because there isn't really a push or urgency for me to waste my daylight, right? So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll update the priorities. Hunt for leather. So, just to remind you, the way the leather works is you have to first prepare the skins here, which I have 4 of them, fresh hide, ready to go. And then you dry them out on the racks, and then you process it with tree bark on the tanner workbench. So the other thing that we might want is to obtain more tree bark, so that I have enough tree bark to do the tanning process. But, I don't have too much daylight left, so I'm going to do some hunting with what I have. And let's get out to the peccaries. And maybe if there's boars out this way. I do have slightly higher level concentration vision, which makes it a lot easier to spot things, especially I think I lost daylight just now. Bummer, dude. Well, we got short-eared dogs and snakes. And then this peccary I'm trying to sneak up on, but it's a little tricky because I don't have line of sight on it. Oh, and completely missed. Luckily, its friend didn't catch that I shot at it. There we go. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these boars I had already gone through. Oh yeah, it bled out. And this one has fresh hide. Sweet. Before I start skinning this thing, let's light the torch on fire so I don't hurt myself. And soon my obsidian knife is going to need replacing. Because it looks to be in a pretty damaged state. So the boar hides are different. They're like trophy items for decoration. They don't make leather, which is honestly a little annoying. Ooh, nice, right in the head. A little annoying, in my opinion. Because it's like, if I don't want the trophy item, just let me have the leather and, like, use it and process it. But nope, that's not the way the game works. Alright, I think I've pretty much decimated the peccary population around here, so let's start processing their hides. Oh, a scorpion. Poke, 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 poke. There we go. And tobacco. Yeah, I actually have enough tobacco. So if I'm not mistaken, it looked like my, oh, that's weird. My knife was about to fail from overuse, so I might need to either think about repairing it or replacing it with a new knife. One of the advantages of full solid leather armor is it will protect me a lot better from the elements, and the next islands, you know, the starter islands only have a little bit of sun, but the other islands start to get a little crazier weather conditions, you know, where wind, frostbite, burning sun, etc. So it does become important to manage those things. Do I have coffee on me? No, I don't. Do I have coffee brewed? No. I should have brewed coffee when I had this going. Alright, let's go ahead. I still have sticks in my inventory. Brew up some coffee. Because once you have the ability to, like, just drink coffee, there's really not much of a need to, like, sleep anymore unless you're hurt. So I just like to drink coffee for my tired to go away. It's much easier. So I think what I want to do is process 2 skins and then get them drying, and then start reading books to pass the rest of the time. There's 2 processed hides. Yeah, just like real life, exactly. I'm glad you understand that, you know, in real life I don't sleep. I just drink coffee between consciousness periods. Exactly. I'm so happy I'm not the only one. And we can make 1 piece of leather. What leather piece to make first? So, hat, chest, feet. I'm gonna leave out bandolier until I have the rest of the set. If you're wondering, like, the bonuses for them, they're about the same, no matter what. So, alright. Let's see. Strength. Alright, let's read the strength book. So the leather here is going to be 13 hours to tan. So I can read, like, a full book. Can carry items while sprinting. Nice. And we can put this book away. And how much time do I have left on the clock? 6 hours? Oh, that's like a whole nother book. Well, I should probably prepare 2 more pieces of leather. And then read partial book. So I'll read some of the repairing book. Drink my coffee. eat my meat. Phrasing. And 46 minutes. Okay. I'll read 1 hour of it. There is the next 2 pieces. So now I have 3 pieces, 1 piece of leather and 2 pieces of dried hide. So let's make 2 more leather. And we basically skipped ahead a whole day, more or less. These need 11 more hours, but the coffee's ready. I have no more dried coffee beans. It's fine. I think I've collected a whole lot of dried coffee beans, and we're also growing coffee. So, oh, don't eat the coffee. Dude, you nasty. I didn't mean to do that. I have a stomach ache from eating raw coffee beans, which, stomach ache would be chamomile. I don't have chamomile brewed up, so I'm gonna have to make myself some chamomile tea or whatever. Chamomile paste. I was dumb. I didn't mean to click it like that. There we go. Stomach ache's gone. Read the rest of the repair book. Reduced repair duration also applies to vessel repair. Oh, nice. So when I repair my ships, I don't, like, destroy them in the process. It looks to me like you guys want me to upgrade my feet first. So, leather boots. So that also requires tendon thread. I've been pulling tendons off of animals. That sounds horrible, but, you know, whatever. Is what it is. There we go. Leather boots. And for that, I need a needle. I did make copper needles last stream. I just need to find where they are. I have not been organizing my stuff even a little bit. Who needs organization when you're, you know, I clearly do. And there we go. Leather boots are done. And these leaf sandals, I'm just going to break down. Nice. What next piece to do? Hat or chest. And as you can see, the boots and the pants have the same, like, percent chance, or percent protection. So when you combine all of them, you get full protection from rain, full protection from heat, you know. But essentially, the game wants you to have a full set. Anything short of a full set, and it's not enough. So that's, that is the caveat. Alright, these things need 6 more hours, and that is about 1 book. So let's read a sailing book. Duration of fast travel is reduced by 50%. Fantastic. Oh, I don't have new prepared hides. Oops. And I'm also soon going to be out of water in order to process more leathers. So I might want to consider making a solar still or some other water collection method. There is water in this primitive barrel, though. I could rely on that water. And I'm also going to need to drink some of the water in the tanning bench to top up. So where's my canteen? For real, where'd I put it? Never in the same place twice, right? Alright, looks like you guys want me to get chest piece going. So I'm out of fresh hide. And the water tank is empty, so I have 30 water, or now 20 water in this primitive barrel. So soon I will be out of water to be able to, you know, to make more leather. But I think I would agree with you guys that it was a very worthwhile thing to do, time to spend. So there's another piece of leather, and I think the last piece of leather probably needs bark. No, I'm out of dried hide. So, you guys voted on, it looks like chest piece. And for that I need 1 more rope made of skin and 2 more tendon threads. So I can do the tendon threads now. And I'm out of animal tendons. So I need to collect more resources to get this done. So I'll put the current reagents I have. Oh, that's not entirely true. I can make the skin ropes once the dried hide's done, but let's get a little bit more hunting done, because I'm out of reagents. Put the extra books away, and Here are the books that I recently read. So I'll make the chest piece next. Does anyone recall if those peccaries that I hunted actually have tendons that I didn't take, like, mistakenly? Or... I can recheck them, it's not a big deal. No tendons? I didn't think so. I mean, I'm usually pretty good about not having to... not wasting the opportunities, or whatever you want to call it. So let's take a look. Where am I hunting now? There's 3 boars over here to my east-northeast. That seems like a good spot to go. Now that I've got better gear, better armor, better weapons, higher level for concentration, all that, like, the dangers of this starting island are a lot less, but it's still a pretty good hunting ground for raw materials. Right? Having to sail all the way out to another island round trip takes a very long time, so it wouldn't really make sense to go all the way out for or something like that. I'm like out of stamina. There it goes. Oh, you are a fat one, buddy. With 3 hides? Holy hell. That is more than my knife can handle. So I'm going to take 1 less lard. Let's see. So my obsidian knife is totally borked. I do have obsidian back in the base that I can repair it with. But I could make like a little stone cutter, just because I don't want to have to necessarily turn back right now. So I'm just going to make a stone cutter of that 1 rock I found, so I don't have to run back home. So the next boar should be right here. Yeah, there he is. Down you go. I'm going to be a little bit pickier about what I take, because the stone cutter can't handle a lot of... Oh, I'm scorpioned. Six pieces of leather, or hide, I should say. And then there's 1 more boar. Oh, it's already, like, pissed off, I think. Whoop, you missed... Oh, no, you didn't miss me. Good on you. Yeah, jackals do have a really good chance for tendons, for sure. That should be just about all the hide I need. In fact, I am like over encumbered with the amount of hide that I have. I think I am going to make the... Ooh, what to drop? I'm eating lard, which is like a bad idea because it's a big stomach indigestion chance. I'm still over encumbered. I'm going to destroy my obsidian knife. Because it's broken, I'll just make a new one. Okay, now I'm not encumbered, and I can run home and make a new knife. And I have enough for a whole bunch more leather. So the bottleneck now is just like fresh water to tan with. But coming away with 9 more hides, I will be fine on that front. Should I build a water collection method? Probably would be the solar still, because I get a survival point for it. But the reason I'm asking is, like, I'm out of fresh water. I could rely on, like, coconut juice to keep my own hydration up, or other methods like that, but or fruit that I pick, but I can't tan, right? You can't tan with, like, coconut water. So, In order to make a new water collection method, I'll more than likely need to go back to Copper Island or some other island to obtain copper for the reagents. But having an alternative method besides rainwater to be able to collect water might be ultimately in my best interest. But I'm asking you. All right, 2 more processed hides ready to go. And unsurprisingly, my inventory is completely full. So another tendon thread. And I need to read something for 2.5 hours. So whatever this book is, mapping. Drawing hit level 5. So one of these isn't going to become leather. It's going to become rope made of skin. I'm also a little tempted to make, because I don't need to do leather for a sleeping bag, to make a sleeping bag as well. Because there's a bonus for it. But now that I have the ropes made of skin, I have enough for a chest piece. Oh, also, I could, with a little bit more tendons, make the TP too. Also, the leather backpack. It'd be weird to have a second leather backpack, but there's an achievement for that. There we go. So, I am mostly covered in leather, except for a funny little leaf cap. The hides require 11 more hours, and it looks like you guys think, yes, make a non-rain related water collector. So taking a look at that, there is the water distiller. So this allows you to pour salt water into the into like a clay still, burn fuel, and create water from it. It's, you know, and then there's the improved water distiller, which produces more water units per hour, twice as much for only a little bit more fuel, but it does require copper. And then the one that I was most interested in was the solar water distiller, which does not require a fuel source, but it doesn't work as fast. What water collector should I make? And honestly, both require copper, so it doesn't really matter to me. So we could do solar or fueled. Either one works. And if I did make the fueled, the tier 1 of it, I'd be able to make without leaving this island, because it just requires clay, bamboo, and fired pots, which I have here access to, because the other ones are just rain related. And I think we're done with relying on rain. Understandably and reasonably. Did I read the sailing book? No, that's a medicine book. Okay, so I must have read the sailing book. So the tanner bench has enough for 1 more leather. And now I am officially out of water in order to make leather with. So if we want any more leather, I would need to seek out a source of water somewhere, somehow. I think what I'll do is rest up my missing energy, just to regen some of the health that I was missing. But you guys definitely want me to make a solar still. So I'm going to update the priority here. Build a solar still, and then the last piece of leather armor. So for that, I'm going to need to go back to a copper island. But we have a choice here. because there's copper on Red Island, there's copper on Copper Island, and there is... So I could go to Red or Copper. I have a fast travel point to Copper Island, so maybe it makes more sense just to go straight to Copper Island, in hindsight. Other things that I want to bring with me before I venture out. So I want a new knife made of obsidian shards, and then probably a pick, right? You don't really want to go without a pick. So, making the knife now. Oh, and for that I need a hammer. Good luck. I never know where my hammers are. Oh, here's a pick. It looks pretty damaged, though. Okay. I wonder. Almost done. A part of me was considering... Oh, that's just the knife blade. I actually need to make the knife. A part of me was considering making the sleeping bag. Because, I could always lay it down to rest. It's a kind of nice thing to keep in your boat. So that you can sleep more easily. Because the boat does come with a sleeping bag, but like in intense sunlight or situations like that, you don't necessarily want to just like sleep out in the open, expose the elements. So the sleeping bag opens up some options. Kylie, thank you for the resub. Alright, and I did get a survival point making the sleeping bag, so that was another alternative reason I did that. Let's destroy this cutter. Need it. Okay, so I'm pretty well equipped for a trip. Need a little bit more meat. I have coffee on me. What I don't have are the heat stroke, sunstroke consumables. I think what I'll do is... No, I'm not going to take any extra consumables. So let's put the sleeping bag away. In terms of survival points, I only have the one. You guys can vote how I spend it. So here's the poll. For concentration 4, it would double my radius for concentration. Resist diseases, poisons, thirst, hunger, sleep. Just makes those things better. I could save up for learning to make it easier to learn, or alchemistry gives me the ability to make a Puma potion, which is 12 hours of infinite stamina. So have you vote on that. And it looks to me like my gear is mostly intact and I'm basically ready to go. I'll bring one more meat with me. The boat is a little beat up. Do I have like a repair? Oh yeah, here's a repair kit. Just in case it breaks, I'll put a repair kit in as well. So we're headed back to Copper Island to get some copper. Who would have guessed? The other thing I might want to consider doing at some point is, I see that you guys are voting for alchemistry. All of the recipes in, all the recipes that use, like, the alchemical ones require alcohol. So I might also want a moonshine still, too. Because without a moonshine still, I have the recipes but not the reagents. So, the story mode had me go to this copper deposit, but I've already hit that copper deposit and basically exhausted it. So I'm going to go to a different copper deposit this time, which means I'm also going to be fighting all the animals that I have to fight to get there. Tegu and orb weavers. And jaguars. I'm going to leave the tortoise alone. I don't really need to kill it. Well, let's turn the torch on, too. Don't want to hurt myself. So you can't get injured, like, lighting your torch on fire, but doing anything else can injure you. And it looks... I'll leave the pull up a little bit longer, but it looks like alchemistry is kind of the winning option here. Oh, look at all the scorpions. So, there is a cartography tree here that I've not gone up. The only issue with that is I don't have any liana rope on me. I think what I want to do, given that daylight is coming... Oh, you know what? I already have this island map. Never mind, I don't care. One of the other reagents for alcohol is the prickly pears. So if I do at some point get a still, I'll probably want to come back here to collect as much prickly pear cactus as possible so that I can make... Oh, you envenomated me. As much alcohol as possible. Wow, there is a lot of tegu this way. Here, tegu, tegu, tegu. Even you, Harpy? Man, I feel like I'm just eradicating the island. That's right! I am the exterminator! Alright, we got daylight. Turn this off. I don't need that much tegu hide, and obviously you guys want me to save up for alchemistry. Got it. I don't need that much tegu hide. What is the pick recipe? So the better pick requires just a stone and a long handle, so I don't need this massive stone. Okay. Are there enemies except wildlife? I don't want to say, because it's a spoiler. Ooh, a bamboo flask. So a bamboo flask is higher... Well, you died in a sad way. Higher capacity. It's up to 15 instead of 10. I forget if pineapples... Oh yeah, lots of water. Okay, so let's harvest the pineapples for water. Fill my water back up. There was another pineapple around here too, right? I'm like standing on it? Oh yeah, it's literally right here. Oh my god. Under my nose. Poor Tegu family. I know, right? I'm like the trespasser here. Oops. Okay. Onward! Towards the very dangerous, very angry jaguar. Try not to get hurt by the axillo. Ooh! I was not thinking that that was actually going to connect. The jaguar's on the other side of this ziggurat, or whatever it is. So I'm trying to engage it last, clearing out the other critters first. They don't get ganged up on. They have pretty big aggro radius compared to the other critters. Ooh, booyah. And they're fast. Unless you pin them down with an arrow and annihilate them like that. You got owned. I'll take your jaguar tendons, but that's all I want. We don't have normal tendons. Oh, that was my first piece of aloe. I didn't realize. So aloe is a... I can make an herbal mat. Oh, what's going on? Someone attacking me right now? Just voices in my head. Aloe can make a herbal... For real! Every time I go into my inventory! Screw you, ghosts. It can make medicine to treat malaria with alcohol, bark concoction, and aloe. And also an herbal mask, which protects you against sulfur gas. So wide leaf, aloe, 10 and thread leather. There's obviously more than just the copper here, so let's go up to the top of the, whatever you want to call this. Mini ziggurat. Something. We've got Buffalo Potion, Obsidian Shard, and the Ancient Drawing for another survival point. So on the map here, you can see it's now grayed out because I've collected it. I think some of the tools I needed to make also required big branches. So I'm going to collect some big branches here. Knowing it's reducing my total carry weight. But we can make 2 trips. So I'm intending to harvest all that I can carry and then drop this off at the boat and then come back and harvest a little more. Oh, wow. This has a lot of copper. 18 copper. Well, unfortunately for me, I can carry 0 of it, so maybe I'll eat some fruit to... I can carry 1. And now I'm full up. So, yeah, it might be 3 trips. But I run fast. I ain't got time for this. I don't want to have to crawl through this coming back, so I'm just gonna spend the time chopping the Axillo down. Animals don't respawn for quite some time. So once you, like, full clear like I just did, you know, it's going to be like a week before they come back. Which makes it easy to collect to your heart's content. Another benefit that you might have seen is the heat meter above my head. It does not go up nearly as fast as the last time I was here. That was getting heat stroke like crazy. Because I'm wearing all this lovely leather protecting me from the direct sunlight. So anything I don't immediately need on me, I'm putting away. Even the spear. Actually all the feather ink, I don't need to really be holding on to. And I'm going to take 1 big branch with me, because I'm almost assuredly going to break my pick harvesting the copper, and that big branch plus the stone I have will allow me to make a new pick. Aw, coffee wasn't ready. So I mentioned this, I believe, last stream, but... Oh, got a scorpion. Come on, leave me alone. One thing I really like about this game, more so than a lot of the other games in this genre, are... It doesn't feel super grindy. Like, the copper that I get off of this yield here, harvesting this node, is going to be, like, almost all the copper I'm going to need, unless I want to, like, over-engineer my base. So... Unlike a lot of the other games I've played in this sort of genre, where you're going to have to spend like an entire day mining copper, going out to like, you know, 10 different nodes and exhausting all of them and burning a lot of IRL time. This game is just like, oh yeah, hit a few nodes of copper and you're good. You're set like forevers. And I like that a lot. Okay, coffee time. So I got 6 and a pretty broken pick, so I'm just going to dismantle it. Because it gives me the long handle back, and then I'll make a new pick. And mining copper is exhausting, so you spend a lot more energy doing it. It's, unlike most of the other tools where, like, I don't see a big difference, metal picks do make a big difference. So if I got like a copper pick or something like that, I'd be able to do this without, you know, getting exhausted. The thing is, it exhausts your energy. It doesn't really exhaust your food or water. So as long as you bring coffee like I did, it's kind of a non-factor, which is why I brought a bunch of coffee. So now I have enough for 4 ingots, and I ain't done. Something I should look for Heading back there is another rock, though, because the stone picks break fast against copper. Or against really everything, but... Oh, come... Go to hell. You too. I, like, missed by an inch. It bit me. Or stung me. I'll make a rock out of you. You're glad they didn't decided to make an obsidian pick a thing? Yes, I agree too. Obsidian, the advantage of obsidian being that it's like volcanic glass is it holds a very sharp edge. Great for arrows or knives. I would even say like an obsidian axe is a bit of a stretch, but like whatever, I'll allow it. An obsidian pick would make zero sense at all. You know, it's sharp and holds an edge, but it isn't hardy. It's not high up on the, like the Mohs scale or whatever, so it's not like it would be like the only thing it could pick would be like plant matter before breaking. What's with the combat music here? I like killed everything that would cause, I don't know, whatever. Alright, energy is 35, coffee, and mining. Thank you for tuning in to Survival Fountain of Youth, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 1st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel, made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow explorers.